Hey, what's up, AfterBuzzers? Welcome back. I'm actually filling in for Miss Conversation Piece, aka Veronica, today. We're talking all things love and hip hop, you guys. A1 and the Safaree conclusion, this Raycon event, Lyrica, her mama, Miss Pam, and A1 and his brother. We're talking K Michelle show. It's a lot to come forward, but stay tuned. You guys don't want to miss it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey,
it wasn't me. It was Safaree.
I know. Yes, with that remix. That's so funny. Yeah, Lyrica gonna be singing this remix real soon. Yes. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Love and Hip Hop After Show, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood After Show, Season 5, Episode 3, Separation Anxiety. I'm your host, Kayla Rene'e, filling in for Miss Conversation Piece.
And I'm your co-host, DJ.
Yes. Welcome back, DJ. Episode 2. Yes, you guys. Oh, my God. There's so much going on.
So much.
Woo, we got to talk about this A1 and Safaree conclusion. Briefly touch on Princess and her situation with her cast. Brooke situation with her doctor. We got Lyrica, her mom, A1's mom, his brother, the Ray J event.
All of a sudden, a new person.
Yes,
Rockstar,
so much.
Rockstar versus A1. It's crazy.
Isn't it?
A1 can't catch a break.
I feel so bad for the man.
Right.
But before we get into all of that, DJ, what were your overall thoughts on the show?
Oh my gosh. Well, as expected, as I suspected, Safaree and Lyrica did do something, so now I'm just like, I'm not even surprised, but it's just messy, and my mind is just all over the place. Like, it's crazy.
Mine is too. I'm like, I honestly thought she was innocent, and I kind of still think she's innocent, but I'm like,
I was hoping she was innocent, but I mean, the way she was acting when she was confronted about it,
right?
I mean, that raised some suspicions.
I'm like,
right
I don't know if it's a storyline tactic anymore. Like, this is way deeper.
Oh yeah.
Let's jump into it right because we have so much to cover. Let's talk about this A1 and Safaree conclusion. Oh my gosh. Like, first of all, I thought they were going to fight, but you know, security is always heavy on Love and Hip Hop. They don't ever let it go down. But
Safaree was provoking it though.
Wasn't he?
He really was. I mean, honestly, obviously he's not a good friend. Yeah. I mean, but honestly, if he did it, obviously he did, but he should have like handled that situation a whole lot differently. Yeah. He should have understood that, of course, A1's going to be upset. Like, obviously, who wouldn't be?
Sensitive. Yeah.
And, you know, he was just like, oh, it is what it is. Like, all right, so what of it? Like,
yeah,
really?
And he said bees like me, and he was like, oh, what? That was what triggered him. He was like, oh, what? Bees like you? Like, no, you're not about to call my wife a bee and then be like,
Safaree's
like
all around disrespectful. I can't with him.
And then he disrespected A1 talking about somebody with shiny shoes, black nail polish, and pearls. How was they gonna fight? But A1 was ready. He was about to throw off them chains real fast.
A1 could take him.
I feel like he could. I don't know. I feel like A1 would probably win, but that would be a good fight.
Oh yeah, my money's on A1 for sure. I want him to. I want him to kick his butt for sure.
We'll find out the conclusion later in the episode how that went and what the whole news was. But let's briefly talk about Princess. So we came into a whole nother segment of her getting a body cast done for her belly, and she wanted to keep the memory of her daughter.
That was sweet.
Yeah, how'd you feel about that? And her in Paris was actually there too, helping out.
Yeah. First of all, I thought it was sweet. The whole the pregnancy sculpting or whatever they do. I thought it was like, oh, that's cute. But then what I did actually like about that scene is the fact that, you know, of course, Ray J with the pop-ups, he's always popping up on her. But I thought it was going to be another fight, but he actually apologized. So that was good on his part, you know? I mean, come on, she's pregnant, she's carrying your child and stuff. You don't want to put her through all that drama. Like, you want to try to keep the peace, you know, so she can just have, like, you know, her mind's just set on just the pregnancy and everything and just moving forward.
I'm still trying to figure out why he was gone for 6 days. Like, I feel like there's no legitimate reason as to why I'm at home pregnant with your child and you've been gone for 6 days.
That was wrong.
Never heard from you. Like, it seemed like she didn't get no call, no text, no nothing. Like, and she had to go to Instagram to send a message.
Exactly. It was all around just really messy. But, you know, you can't blame her. Obviously, maybe she didn't handle it the right way with taking it to Instagram. But, you know, Ray J...
hormones.
Definitely the hormones. But Ray J shouldn't have done what he did.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Don't put me on the spot in front of your family expecting me to apologize. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be petty like she was and was like, I'm not doing it here.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm glad he took ownership and, like, said he apologized for doing that and also just leaving. So hopefully he doesn't run away again. So, fingers crossed.
Speaking of being messy, I'm so tired of Paris calling Brandy, Moesha, and Cinderella. Like, She was really talking to her like, what? I can't believe Cinderella would do that. Like, girl, she didn't grow up from Cinderella.
That used to be my movie.
That was,
brought me
girl,
back.
that's still my favorite movie. Like, I will literally throw on Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella real fast. Like, don't play. No, all the songs. Whitney, that was a classic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That was funny, though.
But yeah, that was real brief. So moving forward, the next situation that happened was Brooke. We actually seen her going into a breast augmentation. I didn't know that she had, what she said, like double D's or something like that. Like, I didn't think her breasts were that large. But
I didn't know, because like, yeah, when they showed that scene, like in the previews and stuff, I thought like there was something wrong. She was going to see the doctor because
I actually thought I thought it was like, oh, something
Yeah.
scary finna happen. But I mean, I guess it was still kind of a scary situation.
Yeah.
Like going to get a breast reduction and your doctor letting you know that they found some large mass or some large lumps that kind of need to be tested. So
yeah, and he mentioned it was common, so hopefully, obviously, like, you know, hopefully it doesn't mean that it's actual like breast cancer.
Yeah.
But that was scary though.
The only thing with like Love and Hip Hop and stuff is like these serious situations, why is it always being filmed? Like, you know what I mean? If I would have found that out, I would have been like real embarrassed. Like, I would have had to talk to production like, hey, I don't know if I feel comfortable letting the world know that I may possibly be going through the situation, you know what I mean? So I felt like that was kind of weird. Like, I was just
That is weird.
I
I
wouldn't
feel
want
like
this
a
on
lot of
camera.
reality TV stars do that though.
Yeah.
Like once they're in like that light or that kind of like environment or atmosphere where all the cameras are around, they're just like, all right, let's just document everything.
I was
They feel
like,
so
it has
comfortable
to be,
with
I
that.
guess, for like storylines and stuff. Because it was like going back to last season with Atlanta, the whole thing about Shooter's son, his funeral was like televised and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, if my son or daughter died, I would not want that on TV. Like, we're
Exactly.
grieving, you know what I mean? It's a rough time. I just
Exactly.
lost a child of mine. Like, that's super rough.
You
and it
need
was
your
like,
privacy.
Yeah, and it was just like, it just felt like so staged and weird on Love and Hip Hop. But I don't know. I'm like, I wish her the best though. Because
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
do
she ended
too.
up going to talk to Marcus about it.
Yeah.
Letting him know that she pretty
He
much
thought it was going to be another confrontation. He was like, oh, I'm not ready
I'm not
for
here
this.
for this. It's like, I'm not here for
She's
this.
like,
She's
no,
like,
this is actually something
Marcus.
serious.
Yeah,
No.
but I don't know. She let him know that she was like by herself and she felt kind of alone or whatever. But my whole thing is like, I thought Brooke had a son. So I'm like, where is her? Is she not with her child? Like, does the father have custody?
Where is her? Are they still in Texas? Like, I know that's where she's from, but like, what's going on with her?
But see, on top of that, remember last week we talked about the proposal and that the mom had the ring and stuff. So where does the mom live at? Was this in Texas or was this in LA?
Who knows? The family's all over the place.
There's so many unanswered
They're
questions.
probably trying to
ain't
stay
it?
away from the cameras. I don't know.
Too much. Yeah, so let's get into another topic. Yo, this Lyrica and her mama's
Oh
sit
my
down
gosh.
was so crazy. Like, the mom was already starting to throw her under the bus. Lyrica started crying.
Yeah.
It was so messy. But let's first start with talking about her mama being messy, though. Her mom was like, what? This Safaree thing? I feel like it's going too far. At first, she was giving, like, real motherly advice. Like, I feel like it's going too far. We need to figure out where this is coming from.
Right.
Then she flipped it and was like, wait, but didn't you say Safaree sent you some inappropriate text or pictures?
That's when, like, I was alert. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Like, did you say that? And then Lyrica
All defensive.
Lyrica daughter got all upset and like, oh, why? I think the key word there, she was just like, oh, didn't you mention that Safaree sent you an inappropriate picture? And then
Yeah.
she was like, oh, why do you have to say inappropriate? Why do you have to say it like that? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is Lyrica getting all upset again? Like,
Once again, sis, you
hello?
telling on yourself. Like,
Exactly.
I'm like, I want to know what the text said or what the picture
Exactly.
was. Like, you can't be real defensive. But I don't know. She said it was something that was like real light and playful that she didn't really like take really too much consideration into. But her mom was like, but see, Lyrica, you got to understand, when you feed into those conversations, that's how those rumors end up starting or whatever, because you ended up giving that man attention. So
yeah, that's true.
we're going to have to see. Let's see what else our viewers can take a look at.
All right, so AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one of our or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz TV YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, definitely. And if you guys are in your cars listening to us on iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on that also. So going back to Lyrica and Mama Lyrica, she was not having it. She was like, okay, Lyrica, we need to, I don't want you to cry, but we need to find out where this is stemming from.
Lyrica's mom in there, like, I know it's going to be something crazy.
Always dramatic. So, you know, Mama had to pull up her bootstraps and go ahead and come in for her daughter. She was like, let me go talk to A1, figure out what's going on. Let me find out where this rumor is coming from. That did not end well at all.
It did not.
So Mama Lyrica ended up showing up at A1's apartment with his mom there. I don't know what she was making in the bag. Was that cornbread mix? Was it cake?
I thought it was like hot grits and stuff. I thought she had like in a Medea moment where what is it, flipped over A1's head. I was like, oh no, Medea, no. But
wait, I knew it wasn't hot grits though because the bowl was plastic. It literally looked like a big old Betty Crocker bowl. That's why I was like, is she about to make a cake? But you know these like 11 hip hop homes, they always look like Airbnbs. There's no furniture. There was no dishes in the kitchen.
Exactly.
No cake mix box on the counter. No nothing.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it was definitely all for show. But she threw that whole cake mix at her son like it was nothing. I was like, ooh, Lord. But
He's like washing his hair at the end, like, oh
okay. Mama Lyrica came in there blazing, guns blazing, like, nope, I need to find out what's going on. Your wife is at my house crying. This rumor, where is this coming from?
I understand her concern. Obviously, you know, your daughter comes first. Like she's looking out for her daughter, right? And she has every right to. But the way she went about it
was so irate,
just ridiculous. Exactly, it was ridiculous. She didn't need to go there. She didn't need to start coming in aggressively to there. It was A1's home, right?
She didn't even knock.
She didn't even knock. She just
came
opened
through,
the door,
and was
like,
just like,
hey, you, like, yo, first of all, hi.
Okay.
First of all, knock. All right, like what? And then just started pointing the finger at A1. Like, you know, I really think she went about it all wrong.
Yeah.
And then A1's mom,
Mama Pam,
throwing cornbread mix out of nowhere.
You know, she's not gonna let nobody come for her son like that.
Yeah, I mean, mothers looking out for their kids. I get it, but it's just like, come on, they're grown women here.
Yeah.
Like they could handle it better. And plus, it's between A1 and Lyrica.
Definitely,
they're married. It's their relationship. Like, you know, you can't be all up in their business.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta keep the meddling mamas out of it.
Exactly. Because you know, when they're, obviously we all know, we've watched the seasons, when they're together in one scene, you know it's going to be hell.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna have to see where that goes, because it seemed like at the end, you know, he was like, okay, Mama Lyrica, I'm gonna go talk to her, we'll figure this out, I'm gonna talk to my wife and let it be that. And so when the doors closed, the cameras were still rolling, and it was Mama Pam that had to address her son A1 like, hey, look, it's too much going on right now that I feel like I'm a little neglected. You're like neglecting your homely duties, your family. You're not really much, like, you're not really here anymore. It's like you're here, but you're not. And then at the same time, she's just like, I feel like you're just super Hollywood now. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know either, because, you know, obviously Pam, A1's mom, since day one, you know, since we first met her, she's always complaining about, you know, how Lyrica's stealing her son away from me. Like she has attachment issues. She has what the episode's called separation anxiety. Like, hello. But I don't know. I think she might be overreacting. Like, of course, you know, every mom's gonna feel some type of way, you know, their son's moving on, but like, you know, I don't know if she was really necessarily right for calling him out like that. Like,
yeah, that's how I was thinking too. I was like, one, it's a little awkward. And then like, two, it was like she threw Lyrica under the bus, like was calling her every name under the sun. Like, and I was just like, dang, like, do you really feel like this? But it's like, I don't know if I can marry somebody if his mom has like literally legit hatred for me. Like, cause you know what I mean? Everything that she felt about Lyrica came out at what she was screaming at A1. You know what I mean? She was calling all types of B's. You shouldn't have trusted her. Like, this is what's going on. Like, you need to open your eyes. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
they had issues since the beginning. Like,
I
mean, they had to like literally like elope, like, because their moms couldn't get along. And, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's just not looking too good. The future's not looking too good.
I just feel bad for A1. He need to go to therapy, because his family situation gets worse and worse, y'all. We're going to jump to the end. But so once again, he met up with his mom, and this time his older brother was there. One, I didn't even know A1 had an older brother.
Neither.
And they look kind of like twins. Like, it was like if he had dreads, they would kind of look like similar.
Exactly.
Like,
he's like 2 years older or something.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know their age gap, but I was like, wow, okay, brother. But he was just like, came in real hot. Like, nah, you're not about to be out here disrespecting moms, out here real Hollywood. I ain't finna kick our mom out the house though. I was like, ooh, he real hood. Like,
That was something else.
And the fact that they were about to start fighting, I was like, oh my gosh, is this
he was like
really
grabbing
that
onto
serious?
the pole, like security was trying to stop him.
And he
like,
a big guy too. I was like, ooh, that was intense.
I'm like, really? Like, that's how you just got to the room. Like, y'all can't just sit and talk. Like, come on.
We can't enjoy these appetizers.
Right. Right.
We didn't wasted all of this
Y'all
money.
can't
All
wait till
right.
dessert.
I know.
Come on.
But I'm interested to see how that's gonna turn out though, because
Yeah.
that's a real like family triangle dynamic that he gotta
Once
literally
family gets like that, that's real emotional.
He
It's
gotta
like,
calm down the mom-in-law, your
Ugh.
wife, your brother. He got a whole
Everybody's
family tree that
it's
he gotta
his
go down to
mom,
please.
his brother, his wife, his best friends.
Look,
supposed
that
to
too.
Be. Like,
you
what?
done lost a best friend.
And then Rockstar.
Ugh. Woo, let's get into this, y'all. So, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood has a new cast member, Rockstar, aka a pain in my butt because he was so annoying.
Oh my goodness. What did you describe A1 when he was talking to Apple, the studio? He was like, oh, A1's like a thorn in my toe.
Yeah,
Or
and I
something
was
like
just
that. I'm like, I feel like all the viewers kind of feel like you're a thorn in everybody else's toe, but whatever.
Yeah,
You're
because I
annoying.
was just like, he seemed real like annoying. I thought he was gonna come in like real humble. It was like, oh yeah, he's done music with so many people, and then it was just like he started shading people and then like
Yeah.
talking just real weird, and it was just like.
As soon as he entered, he started throwing jabs at A1. I'm
Yeah.
like, really? Well, first of all, who are you?
At
This is the
first
first time we're meeting you, so
Yeah.
first impressions out the door.
At first, I thought it was a joke because they were like, yeah, da, 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 da. They were going back and forth. And then A1 was like, this is my guy. And they were like, yeah, like we're buddies,
Yeah.
we're guys, this is my man, da, da, da. But it was just like,
But
after
then-
that, behind closed doors, Rockstar really ain't feeling A1.
And then he was like saying, he basically revealed his like little plan to
Yeah.
take away Apple as soon as he found out that Apple was
A1,
working.
yeah.
working
That's
with
real
A1.
petty and like real
Very petty.
childish. Like y'all are both big time producers or like hit makers, and it's like you pretty much have to like go under the bus and pretty much like steal a client from under him. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, I'm not sure exactly how it started. I think from what they were saying, he was just like saying how, oh, when I used to work, or when Rockstar was saying, when I used to work with Lyrica, oh, all A1 was doing was just waiting around for her or something like that.
Yeah, he told me he had to wait outside the studio or something like
Yeah.
that. Like that was like her bag man or something, like
So-
a bag boy or something like that. Like
In Rockstar's mind, is he like kind of threatened by A1? Because I feel like they're kind of on the same level because they're both producers.
I
and-
wonder, what do you guys think? I wonder if he's either threatened or he just kind of feels like A1 isn't on the same level as him. You know what I mean? Because it's like if you both know that he's a producer and he's just like, you can sit outside until we're done. It's kind of like,
feel
you're
like
not a producer. You're just like her boyfriend today. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
sit outside. But it's like you're not really looking at it like a professional level. Because if it's like, that's her producer and her manager, why wouldn't A1 be in on the session listening? You know what I mean?
Right.
I just feel like Rockstar's motives is totally.
I feel like Rockstar just wants to keep A1 just like beneath him or something
He
like
does.
that. I
He
feel like
definitely
he's
feels like he's on a higher level than A1. We'll have to see though, because now that I think about it, he said like he did music with like Adele or like Lady Gaga or like
Yeah,
Beyonce
he
or
had,
something like
like,
that.
yeah.
So he had like a whole list. But I'm like now wondering if he stole those clients from A1. What if those people were actually interested in A1 and he actually found out about it? Because it seems like he has a gift of gab. Like he knows how to talk and knows how to run game. So I wonder if he actually like ended up persuading these people like, no, if you work with me, I can guarantee this, that, and the third, you know?
Right. Because that's what he was trying to do with the Apple Watch.
Definitely.
So...
Yes, moving on to that, y'all. So Rockstar actually tried to pick up Apple. Luckily, Apple is super professional. I'm actually kind of leaning towards her side now. At first, I was like, I'm over
It's
the whole
like-
stripper storyline.
Yeah.
But now that I'm seeing, I was like, maybe she's a good fit because she's actually real classy and smarter than all
she
the other
keeps it
strippers that
real,
were on the
and
show.
she doesn't entertain the messiness,
Yeah.
which I like about her.
Yeah, she told Rockstar she wasn't going to mess with him after finding out that his motive is to pretty much get back at A1.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That was real smart of her.
And I feel like at every episode, and I hope it still keeps going. Each episode,
Yeah.
I get more and more respect for her because,
Yeah.
like, she's rising above it all. She's all about the hustle. She's about
That's
the music.
exactly, yeah.
She's just trying to focus on that and take care of her kids
Yeah.
and all that. So she has definitely the most like respectful motives and storylines. So.
I'm definitely glad she's not here for the drama.
Yes. Ugh, finally, someone who's not here for the drama. It's great because there's too much drama going on.
Ain't
like,
it,
with
girl?
everybody.
But continuing the drama, let's get into this Raycon Ray J event.
Ooh.
I swear, it was so much going on at this event.
Too much.
Woo, so many different storylines. Let's first talk about, so the guys meet up. It was Lil Fizz, A1, Ray J, and then that was when we got introduced to Rockstar. They were pretty much talking about what life, everything that was going on.
Casual
Pretty
talk.
casual.
Yeah.
Then we get into Brooke and Bridget, the girls' tea and gossip. So yeah, they went over there pretty much like, girl, did you hear about Lyrica? Bridget's like, I heard some things, but I want to hear your side first. Pretty much told the whole story, but I don't know. I kind of feel like Bridget's messy too. She seems like she's falling on the fence with everybody now, like playing the fence, like. One day she'll be here, and next day she's over there. Cause I thought her and Lyrica were cool, but it seemed like now she's just like talking about her behind her back like everybody else is.
Yeah, because I mean the rumors start and people are not talking about it, and like there's more and more people talking about it, and you know Bridget, she always kind of like was always trying to play both sides. I mean we saw that last season and stuff when she was introduced and stuff like that, but. Yeah, I mean, in their conversation, it was basically confirmed before, you know, Safaree's eggplant went viral. Like, Lyrica got the photo or saw it first. So, and she was talking about when Brooke and Bridget were having the conversation, Brooke was telling Bridget how Lyrica was kind of describing how the eggplant wraps around his leg or whatever and stuff. But I was just like, well, how would she know this, you know, before it went viral? So clearly... You know,
she got that exclusive first sneak peek. But yeah, I kind of go look back to Mama Lyrica. I'm just like, girl, if you responded to the text or if you said anything, you already kind of like, you're already guilty. You already played into it.
It's like they
fell for the trap.
Exactly. From what her mom, Lyrica's mom said, oh, didn't you say that he sent you something inappropriate? And then now we're talking about the picture, how she's describing, I mean...
And see, Lyrica, it's too many lies. It's too many lies going on. Because it's like, you told your mom about the picture how long ago? And then how does Brooke know that you told her about the picture? You know what I mean? So it was like, clearly you had the picture and you didn't told a few people about it. So she getting herself in trouble. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, she is. Truth's coming out.
Right?
Slowly but surely.
So yeah, we go back to Apple meeting Rockstar at the event also. And they kind of pick up or whatever. So... I don't know. I don't know about that event. I'm like, that was just so crazy, but it's pretty much all just centered around Lyrica and her messiness.
Yeah, Lyrica, and then I just can't stop feeling bad for A1. It's just like he can't get a break. It's like one after another. There's something coming out of every corner, like always some drama, and he's like at the center of everything.
He need to stay at home or stay in the studio and make music.
Exactly. Yeah. Just honestly, just
clearly
quit
it's
loving
like
hip-hop. Just focus on the music.
Yeah, because I'm like, he can't even go to an event. Look, Brooke was hiding from him at the event. Like, didn't even want to be seen. Like, it's just a mess going on.
Oh yeah.
But continuing this mess, this K Michelle show, child.
Another mess.
First of all, I was not feeling them songs that she was performing. I was like, what in the 1998 is this? Like, I was not here for it at all. Then I was like, I felt like it was super shady to have Bridget open up at the concert. It was like, she sounded really pretty. I was like, I kind of wanted to look up that song that Bridget
she's
sang.
really
Like, I like Bridget, but I'm like, yeah, that was so messy. And then it was like, you being Lyrica's friend like that, I kind of feel like she should have talked to her before she took that job, because that was supposed to be Lyrica opening up the concert, and it, you know, ended up being because of their beef that now she's like, I'm replacing you with Bridget, back quick and easy. But
I mean, after that scene between them in the last episode of the episode before
the
that,
spa,
when they were throwing like jabs and stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah, okay, yeah.
Punches
K
and all
Michelle and
that.
Lyrica, yeah.
I mean, I figured I wasn't surprised to see Bridget up there, obviously, because, you know, after that encounter, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's nobody necessarily right or wrong in this situation. I mean, people are just handling the situation poorly. So
childish.
It's just like, very childish.
Like kids.
Exactly. Like we're in high school or something. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Bridget was opening up for her, and yeah, and then Lyrica's mom popping up out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh. Like, the show ended. Paris came to support K Michelle, of course. She kind of felt like it was a little awkward, but she was like, you know, overall, that's a good friend of mine. I'm going to come and support her anyway. Next thing you know, they in the backstage chilling. They hear some loud voice, K Michelle, Kimberly.
What's up with Lyrica's mom popping up everywhere? She doesn't knock,
ready.
And she's trying to like fight security.
She's like, I need to get in right now. The man's like, nah, I can't let you through. No, where is Kimberly? Where is K Michelle?
She's like,
first
K
of
Michelle,
all,
K Michelle.
Yeah, like calling her. I'm like, whoa, first of all, I didn't know the line to get into the concert was that close to backstage like that, to the point where it was like just a rope that was pretty much blocking them from being apart. But I was just like, okay, whatever. So Paris came out there to handle the situation like she was K Michelle's bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
Of course, that went totally left. Like, what's going on? What's out here? What are we arguing about? And she's like, hey, Michelle started some rumor about my daughter. I just need to know why, where it came from. all type of stuff. It was just getting real petty. I was like, oh my gosh, what do you think about that?
I was exhausted. I'm like, really? Like, why? Like, I'm just trying to think about like, oh, what was Paris probably thinking like when she was in that moment? Like, well, I'm not trying to like deal with this right now.
Wasn't it so ghetto?
K Michelle was just like, tell her I'm not here.
Tell her I'm asleep. Like, what? You just gotta.
Did Paris try to tell her that she wasn't here?
Yeah,
and she wasn't.
No, she said she was in the back asleep or laying down
like
resting or something like that. And she's like, no, okay, Michelle, get her up. We'll wake her up. I'll go back there and talk to her. Like,
and then Ray J pops up out of nowhere.
I know. I'm like, behind the scenes. Then we get a Ray J appearance. He's like, let me go support my homegirl at her show. She's like, okay, Ray J, nice to see you. Next thing you know, Moniece is walking up because, you know, Moniece and K. Michelle are good friends. That interaction wasn't well either.
And then, like, he wanted to confront her because even in the beginning when he was with Princess during the whole pregnancy sculpting, whatever.
She told her, she was like, I've been kind of bad. Went to this event
and then
that Moniece's girlfriend had. And
Moniece throwing a chair at her. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You don't try to start a fight with a pregnant woman. I don't care what happened. I don't care what the beef is. You just don't do it.
Yeah, that's exactly where Ray J came up and was like, what? She tried to throw a chair at my pregnant wife. And she's like, well, your pregnant wife shouldn't be disrespecting me and my motherhood and my son and my kids. And I was just like, Ray J was like, but you still trying to fight a pregnant woman though? Like,
you threw the chair. Like, there's no excuse.
Moral of the story.
She even, at least, like, honestly, I would have
She's
a little
definitely
bit
not apologetic.
She definitely isn't. Like, and I would
all.
have like a little bit more respect for her. She was just like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, and then maybe explain herself. But at least she should be acknowledging the fact that that's not right.
Yeah.
You don't try to fight a pregnant lady or throw anything at a pregnant lady.
She does not care. And I still think, like, if she sees Princess again, she's still going to try to fight her.
Oh, yeah.
But Princess was like, oh, just give me 2 months. But I'm like, I don't know.
Princess, I feel like Princess enjoys that. Like, you know, she came out to the event calling. Yeah, she loves the pettiness. And it's just like, and even when they were in their last conversation between Ray J and Princess, she was just like, oh, after a couple of months after I have this baby, I'll go back. And then Ray J's like, no, you're not going to go back to the
you're going to be at home and be a mom with your kid.
Exactly. I'm like, yes, Ray J. Like, yes. Get through her. Like, that's how you're supposed to handle it. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So we conclude with Ray J actually going to sit down with Safaree. He's like, no, I need to talk about this. But the first thing I do need to mention, y'all. So this was actually on the internet, and I didn't catch it when I saw the episode, but I did not notice that Ray J's head and his beanie switched about 18 times during that whole scene. I was like, what? I seen the clip. I'm like, what? It didn't went from Cholo, like Junior from like Friday After Next. Then it was like to the back. Then it was sliding off the side. It was on fitted. I was just like, oh my God.
What?
How many edits did y'all go through to get that?
Right? Like, does he have, or is this beanie like some sort of like, I don't know, mechanic that just randomly just switches?
I'm like, is his head moving?
Is that part of his new product that we don't know about? Like, what?
Ray J beanies.
Right? I did not notice that though. I saw the meme or video or whatever on like Instagram. I'm like, what? Did that really happen? I
was cracking up. But wait, did you see the newest one that came out? And it was Melody with like her little baby bonnet on, and it was Safaree like talking to Melody. Like,
really?
I guess they were talking. Yeah, I think the Shade Room just posted it, but it was like Melody. It was like a skit, and so Princess and Safaree were in on it, and so she was like holding Melody, and she had like a little baby cap on her, and it was like every scene, it was like Safaree would say something, and he turned to Melody, and her little beanie was like slipping off. Then it was like on right, then it was like barely hanging on her head. I thought it was the cutest thing, but I was just like, oh my God, this beanie situation. I'm like, I did not catch that. I'm like, people are so observant that I did not even see that.
Oh, see, this is why I love the internet. I love it.
Right? I'm like, the people will never disappoint.
Exactly. I love it. But that was funny. But yeah, that scene though. Whew.
Yes. And then so we ended up getting to the conclusion, y'all. Safaree ended up confirming that he ended up getting a little sexual with Lyrica. And it was funny how the confession ended up coming out. Ray J ended up playing him.
Yeah.
And ended up getting him to confess. That was good on Ray J. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, so Lyrica, you know, pretty much told us everything. And I just want to hear from you. Like, you my brother. Like, I just want to know what happened, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we ended up smashing. Like, and he was like, Lyrica did not tell me, but thanks for telling me anyway. Safaree's face was like, what? But yeah.
There it is.
And that's how we ended up summing up the episode. So yeah, y'all, I don't know what to think. Lyrica, girl, it went from just getting the eggplant pick to now you done smashed the homie? Ugh. I'm clutching A1's pearls for him because this is just how did
the eggplant pick start? Did it start with a DM? Did it
I don't even know because it came out like super randomly, but I just want to know if Safaree's lying or not. I wonder if he just saying it because Safaree just kind of like be saying anything just to get people riled up, just to start stuff and
I
instigate.
feel like that's just going too far though to lie about. I mean,
It's
really?
Safaree though.
I mean, I know he's a jokester, and all, but really, like joking around, like, oh yeah, I slept with your wife. Oh, just kidding.
I kind of want to see how the reunion is gonna be, girl. Like this reunion, like everybody all on the same stage when this comes out. Like the rumor, like, so Lyrica, how you gonna pretty much confess that this is what happened? So
they're really gonna stock up their security on that reunion.
Definitely
for
are.
Sure. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So speaking about security, guys, let's get into our news and gossip real quick. Our T report. Y'all, so a quick little news and gossip that we had this week. So the Shade Room actually reported that during a scene that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was recording, K. Michelle and Paris, they actually had another interaction, and y'all, it went totally left. Everybody who was all team Paris and team K. Michelle reconciling, it was, I don't know if this will ever be a friendship anymore. So due to this article that the Shade Room posted, you guys, K. Michelle is threatening to leave the show now because of her altercation with Paris. Supposedly, they were actually filming a scene. And once again, the conversation came up about Paris taking the $50 for the Uber ride, and K. Michelle just got super irate, and y'all, they ended up putting the paws on each other. Like, they ended up fighting, and I was just like, what?
I'm surprised. I thought they were past this. It's just
right?
Over $50.
I'm still like, this $50 Uber ride, y'all are really driving us out. And I'm just still thinking, like, if K. Michelle got the money, sis, you should not be worried about $50. Whether it was an Uber ride,
Seriously.
a trip to 7-Eleven,
Exactly.
a couple pizzas, I don't like, no, this is just super petty and ridiculous. But
So much
yeah,
pettiness.
supposedly y'all, Paris put them paws on K. Michelle, gave her a quick 2-piece. So K. Michelle is pretty much saying she don't want to do the show anymore. So we'll see if we'll see K. Michelle on any other episodes. Probably not next week. I think she'll be on next week, but after that one, we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know.
K. Michelle's not feeling Hollywood.
Right? She need to go back to Memphis. Right. Or Atlanta or wherever she was at. Because I'm like, no. Wait, she started in New York. No, she was in Atlanta, right?
Atlanta.
Then, I feel like, wasn't she on New York though at one point?
I think she was. I
Yeah,
think
and
so.
then now she's in LA. She's just gonna be all over the place. Next
be in
thing you know,
Miami next
I was
or
gonna say she'll
something.
be in Miami next. That's a mess. But let's get into our little special segment real quick. So you guys, our special segment this week, since we do not have Miss Conversation here to do Guess That Bar with us, unfortunately, we're gonna do a quick little messy person segment of who was the messiest person this episode. And mine, I think I'm gonna give it to Mama Lyrica.
Oh, I was gonna say her. Yeah.
Mama Lyrica
I
was
agree.
all over the place. First of all, she done busted in another man's home, then had the mama throw cake batter on her son. Then it was a whole mess. Then you're gonna show up to somebody's concert acting super irate and just all over the place. I couldn't handle it. It was too much mess going on. She was super messy boots.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And if I had to maybe pick the second messiest person, I would probably say Safaree.
He's definitely messy.
He's definitely messy. And if all this turns out to be an actual joke, then oh man. Oof, Safaree, he like takes the whole crown, like trophy of messiest person ever.
Definitely. And I would not even want to be friends with Safaree after.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna see how many friends Safaree actually has after this.
Oh my, I'm worried for him. Like A1 is after him. He's out for him.
Yes,
Like,
definitely out for blood. Like he's ready.
Ooh.
But we gonna see, y'all. Let's get into these next week predictions, though.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'm interested to find out if Ray J is gonna tell A1 that Safaree and Lyrica smashed, or if we're gonna have to wait until like the reunion to find out, or like for him to find out. You know what I mean? Right. I just want to know at what point is A1 gonna find out that this happened, and what's the conversation going to be with him and Lyrica? Because I guess, I don't know, maybe it does, he does kind of find out, because didn't it kind of foreshadow that he was going to go home and they kind of get into an argument and she like throws something at him? So I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, I just want to see how this situation is going to turn out. I'm like, I don't care about any other storyline, but I just want to see what's going to happen with A1 and Lyrica's relationship.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see like how many people A1's going to be ending up fighting,
right?
Because again, he has. I mean, who's on his list? I feel like he's got a whole hit list right now. Like obviously, number 1 is Safaree.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2
Rockstar.
is Rockstar. Number 3, his brother. Who's his? Did they mention his name?
I don't know. I think they just said A1's brother. I didn't catch his name. I'm gonna have to go back and find
whatever.
out.
So far, that's like 3 people, I think, and yeah.
And K. Michelle, look.
Oh, and K. Michelle.
I don't think he don't think you stoop on to K. Michelle either.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's some kind of hit list.
Oh, we're going to pray for A1.
Oh, yeah. Feel bad for him.
Oh, don't we? I just feel so bad, but
No.
it's all right. We're going to have to wait until next week to find out, you guys. But thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Kayla Rene'e. You can find me on IG at @_Kayla Rene'e. You can also catch me on Thursday nights for the Grand Hustle and Snowfall.
Woo, and I'm DJ, and you can find me on IG. I did not change it yet, but Instagram handle DJ ENANEBEAU. Boom.
Repeat it again. Look.
Oh, please don't make me.
So long, but
So I'll change it soon, though.
all right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.